Imagine finding a travel trailer for less than $10,000, then watching it outlast trailers that cost 5 times as much. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? But here's the truth. Some of the most dependable travel trailers ever built aren't sitting in luxury RV dealerships. They're sitting on used lots across America, quietly waiting for buyers who know what they're looking at. Most people walk right past them because they're older, the brand isn't trendy anymore, or the interior doesn't look like something from a modern apartment. But experienced RV owners know something many first-time buyers don't. A well-built older trailer with a strong frame and quality construction will often outlast a newer trailer loaded with fancy features. Today I'm counting down 5 dirt-cheap travel trailers that most buyers ignore, but experienced RV owners never do. Stay with me until number 1, because it's a brand most newer RV owners have never even heard of, yet longtime campers still speak about it with enormous respect. Welcome back to Roadside Randy, where I help everyday Americans make smarter decisions about travel trailers, RVs, trucks, and life on the road. And when I say nobody buys these, I don't mean literally no one wants them. I mean they're often overlooked by the average buyer, while experienced RV owners know exactly what they're worth. Every trailer on today's list earned its place through years of owner experience, proven durability, and outstanding value on the used market. Let's get started. Number 5. The Keystone Bullet. It's a solid bargain, and it's a good place to start. Keystone RV is part of Thor Industries, one of the biggest names in the RV business. That's not always a compliment, since size can sometimes mean corners get cut to hit price points. But the Bullet is a case where a mass-market manufacturer produced a trailer that holds up better than its price tag suggests, and that reputation has persisted through multiple generations of the model. Many Keystone Bullet models used aluminum-framed laminated sidewalls, although construction details varied across years and floor plans. That's worth knowing, because aluminum framing doesn't rot or swell the way wood framing does when moisture finds its way in. And if roof and seal maintenance is neglected, moisture eventually finds its way in. The walls on many Bullet models were also thermopane insulated, which helps with both temperature control and condensation. Roof construction varied by model year, so any specific used example is worth examining closely. Older Bullet models with rubber roofs will need inspection, and a rubber roof that hasn't been maintained in several years is worth factoring into your negotiation. Structurally, though, the Bullet's frame tends to hold up well when it's been kept dry and properly maintained over the years. Inside, the Bullet is functional rather than luxurious. You're not buying premium finishes here, but on well-maintained examples, the cabinetry and layout have held up surprisingly well for the price. On the used market, older Bullet models from the mid-2000s through the early 2010s typically run between $4,000 and $12,000, depending on condition, length, and year. What does that look like in practice? You find a well-maintained 2009 Bullet for $7,000, spend a weekend checking the seals and cleaning it up, and then spend the next 3 seasons camping without a significant repair. That's a realistic outcome for a patient buyer who inspects carefully before committing. The strengths are the widespread parts and service network that comes with a major manufacturer, practical floor plans that work well for couples, and a used price that leaves room in your budget even if some upfront maintenance is needed. The honest drawbacks are that interior quality isn't premium. Production volume means individual examples vary considerably in condition, and the rubber roof on older models requires consistent attention. A careful inspection before purchase matters more here than it would with some of the trailers further up this list. This trailer is best for first-time buyers, weekend campers, and retirees who want a roomy, affordable starting point and are willing to put in some work finding a good used example. Before we move on, if you're finding this helpful, go ahead and tap that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. It helps this channel reach more people who are trying to make smarter decisions about their retirement travel. Now we're stepping into trailers built a little differently. Number 4. The Northwood Nash. We've covered Northwood manufacturing on this channel before, and for good reason. They're based in La Grande, Oregon, where cold winters and rough roads aren't unusual, and that environment influences every design decision they make. The Nash is Northwood's accessible line alongside their flagship Arctic Fox. What makes it genuinely different from most trailers at this price point is the construction philosophy behind it. Northwood builds the chassis specifically for the trailer rather than adapting an off-the-shelf frame. They do most of their component fabrication in-house rather than sourcing from outside suppliers. That level of control over what goes into each trailer is a significant reason why Northwood's reputation for durability has held up as long as it has. The construction on a Nash is noticeably more robust than what you'd expect for the price. Fully welded steel frame, thick wall construction, enclosed and heated underbelly, and double-pane windows throughout. These aren't features that impress you in a showroom. They're the ones that matter after 10 years of ownership, when a lesser trailer is starting to show its age in ways that cost money to fix. Used prices on older Nash models typically run between $12,000 and $25,000, depending on the year and condition. Here's what makes that interesting. A well-maintained Nash from the late 2000s often represents better construction quality than brand-new trailers from manufacturers who compete at similar price points today. That gap is real, and patient buyers who find it tend to be very happy with the outcome. What does ownership actually look like? Spend a week in Montana in late September, the nights dropping into the 30s, the campground nearly empty because everyone with a standard trailer already packed up and went home. In a Nash, you stay. The heating keeps pace without drama. The plumbing holds, and the overall experience is exactly what this stage of life is supposed to feel like. The strengths are genuine four-season capability in a production trailer, in-house manufacturing quality that larger competitors can't match at this price, and a used market that reflects the brand's lower profile rather than the quality of what you're actually buying. The drawbacks are a smaller dealer network than the major brands, traditional styling that won't excite everyone, and the need for a properly equipped tow vehicle rather than just any pickup. This trailer is best for retired couples who want to camp in all kinds of weather and want a trailer built to last through years of actual use. The next trailer has sold more units than almost any other travel trailer in history, and there's a reason experienced buyers keep coming back to well-maintained used examples. Number 3. The Jayco Jay Flight. This is where value and reputation really come together. If you've spent any time researching travel trailers, you know the Jayco name. They've been building in Middlebury, Indiana since 1968, and the Jay Flight has been one of the best-selling travel trailers in America for years. That popularity means used examples show up constantly on the market, and it also means the collective ownership experience with this trailer is enormous. Many Jay Flight models used aluminum framing in the sidewalls, though construction details varied by model year and floor plan. It's worth checking the specific year you're considering rather than assuming they're all built identically. What has been consistent across the Jay Flight line is Jayco's somewhat higher attention to quality control compared to some other high-volume manufacturers, and that tends to show up in how well-maintained examples hold up over time. What makes the Jay Flight particularly useful in this context is the service and parts network behind it. Parts are easy to find. Qualified technicians are familiar with these trailers almost everywhere in the country, and the accumulated knowledge base from millions of miles of ownership means that whatever issue you encounter, someone has already solved it and posted the answer online. For retirees who want to spend their camping trips enjoying themselves rather than troubleshooting, that network is worth something. Used prices vary considerably by age and condition. Older examples from the mid-2000s can be found in the $5,000 to $15,000 range. The sweet spot for value is in well-maintained examples from the late 2000s through early 2010s, where the original owner kept the roof sealed and the frame dry. I'm curious, which of these trailers would you actually consider buying? Let me know down in the comments. Here's a realistic scenario. A month-long trip through the Southwest, Grand Canyon to Zion to Bryce Canyon, pulling a well-kept Jay Flight. The trailer asks very little of you. Setup is quick, sleep is comfortable, and you move on when you're ready. After 30 nights in it, you understand why so many people ended up buying a second one. The strengths are the massive service network, strong parts availability, wide selection of used examples to choose from, and a resale market large enough that selling one later is straightforward. The drawbacks are that high production volume means quality varies significantly between individual examples, and the seals and roof require consistent maintenance. A Jay Flight that's been neglected can develop moisture problems that undermine everything else. Inspection before purchase is essential. This trailer is best for first-time buyers and retired couples who want a proven, widely serviced trailer and are willing to take the time to find a well-maintained example. Now we're talking about trailers that seasoned RV owners actively hunt for. Number 2. Older Arctic Fox models. The Arctic Fox is also built by Northwood Manufacturing in La Grande, Oregon, the same company behind the Nash we discussed earlier. But where the Nash is their accessible line, the Arctic Fox has always been their flagship, built to a higher standard of construction and four-season capability. Northwood tests every Arctic Fox in a freezer facility during production to verify the systems perform before the trailer leaves the factory. That's not something most manufacturers do, and it's not something that becomes irrelevant when the trailer is 10 years old. An older Arctic Fox that's been well-maintained is a different proposition from an older example of most other trailers on this list. The fully welded steel I-beam frame holds its integrity over time. When properly maintained, the enclosed, heated underbelly continues helping protect the plumbing the same way it did when new. Northwood's famous four-season insulation package doesn't degrade the way cheaper insulation does. These were trailers that were overbuilt from the beginning, and that overbuilding pays off on the used market. The interior reflects Northwood's philosophy of durability over appearance. Not flashy, but solid. Hardware that was well made when installed tends to still be working years later. Hinges still function, drawers still close cleanly, and the things that fail first on cheaper trailers tend to hold together longer on an Arctic Fox. Because the Arctic Fox doesn't carry the brand recognition of Jayco or Keystone among newer buyers, older examples often sell for less than their construction quality would suggest. A well-maintained Arctic Fox from the mid-2000s might be priced similarly to a lesser trailer from a more recognized brand that's 5 years newer. That gap is the opportunity. Prices on older Arctic Fox models typically run between $15,000 and $35,000 depending on year, length, and condition. What does that mean in the real world? It means you can find a trailer with genuine four-season construction and a freezer-tested build history for the same money many buyers spend on a basic entry-level trailer from a brand-name manufacturer. That's not a small thing. The strengths are genuine four-season durability, a construction standard that outlasts most comparable trailers on the used market, and a price that reflects buyer unfamiliarity with the brand rather than the quality of what you're buying. The drawbacks are the smaller dealer network, the need for thorough roof and seal inspection on older examples, and styling that runs traditional rather than contemporary. This trailer is best for retired couples and full-time travelers who understand what four-season construction actually means and are patient enough to find a good used example. And now, the one you've been waiting for. This is the trailer I would expect long-time RV owners to mention if you ask them which forgotten brand deserved another chance. If you've never heard of SunnyBrook, you're exactly who this reveal is for. Number 1. The SunnyBrook. SunnyBrook RV was a manufacturer based in Middlebury, Indiana, the center of the American RV industry. And they built travel trailers and fifth wheels from the late 1990s until they closed during the economic downturn around 2009. In the years before they closed, they had developed a loyal following among buyers who valued something that was already becoming rare. A trailer built with genuine attention to materials and construction quality, at a price that wasn't out of reach. The construction was different from what most competitors were producing at the time. The framing was aluminum, but the overall build quality went considerably further than just the frame material. The cabinetry in SunnyBrook trailers used real hardwood rather than the particle board and thin veneer that most manufacturers were using to hit lower price points. Open a SunnyBrook cabinet today, 15 or more years after it was built, and the doors still hang straight, the hinges still work, and the interior still looks like someone cared about what went into it. That experience is genuinely rare at the prices these trailers sell for. The sidewalls were solid and well insulated. The roofs were built to last rather than just to cover the interior. The philosophy behind a SunnyBrook was that the people buying it would own it for a long time, and everything in it needed to support that kind of ownership. When the company closed, they hadn't flooded the market. Production was always more measured than the high-volume manufacturers. That means good used SunnyBrooks don't show up constantly, but when they do, buyers who don't recognize the name often pass them over. That keeps prices lower than the quality of what they're looking at should allow. Talk to the owners who did their homework and bought one anyway. The experiences are remarkably consistent. The interior holds together in ways that most used trailers at the same price point don't. The cabinetry looks better than it has any right to look, given the age and the price. And the overall ownership experience is one of quiet satisfaction rather than the frustration that comes from a trailer showing its age in ways that cost money to fix. On the used market, well-maintained SunnyBrooks can be found in the $4,000 to $14,000 range depending on year, length, and condition. For a buyer willing to do the research and find a good example, that may be the best dollar-for-dollar opportunity on this entire list. You're buying construction quality that reflects a higher standard than most trailers at this price even when they were new, let alone now. The strengths are real hardwood cabinetry that holds up over time, aluminum construction that resists the structural aging that plagues wood-framed competitors, a build quality that reflects genuine care for long-term ownership, and a used price that doesn't reflect the quality of what you're buying because most buyers have never heard of the brand. The drawbacks are significant and worth understanding. SunnyBrook is out of business. There's no manufacturer support, no warranty, and no dedicated dealer network. Parts are available through the aftermarket for most common items, but anything proprietary may require patience to source. Any used SunnyBrook needs a thorough pre-purchase inspection covering the roof, all exterior seals, the electrical system, and the plumbing. And finding a truly well-maintained example takes patience because the good ones sell quickly among buyers who know what they're looking at. This trailer is best for retired couples or solo travelers who are comfortable with basic maintenance, can arrange a thorough inspection before buying, and are patient enough to find a genuinely well-kept example rather than settling for the first one that comes available. For buyers with those qualities and a modest budget, a good SunnyBrook is one of the most rewarding used trailer purchases available today. The next time you're walking through a used RV lot, don't assume the cheapest trailer is there because nobody wanted it. Sometimes it's there because nobody recognized what they were looking at, and those can end up being the trailers that run for decades. Every trailer on this list was built at a time when the manufacturer behind it was genuinely trying to build something that would last. The used market hasn't fully priced in that quality because buyers are chasing newer names and newer features. A touchscreen panel or LED lighting package doesn't make a trailer more likely to be watertight in 10 years. Good frame construction, quality materials, and thoughtful maintenance do. Retirement is a long time. The trailer you choose for it is going to be a significant part of your daily experience for years. A little patience now, finding one of these overlooked models in good condition can be the difference between a retirement spent enjoying your travels and one spent managing repair bills. If this video helped you think about the used market a little differently, I'd love it if you'd hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. It helps this channel reach more people who are trying to make smarter decisions about their retirement. And drop a comment below. Which one of these 5 would you actually consider buying? Your real-world experience helps everyone else on this channel trying to figure out the same thing. I'm Roadside Randy, helping everyday Americans make smarter decisions about RVs, travel trailers, trucks, and life on the road. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.